Hey friends, how are you today? Listen, I'm going to promise you something sweet in the morning that you can feel good about fueling your body with, and it's even low carb, so it will keep you on track no matter what. I personally love to have this as my post-workout meal as well, so if you don't have breakfast, that's okay. But I'm going to make today a chocolate peanut butter low carb oatmeal. So it's just as cozy as regular oatmeal, except we're going to make one small change to get it low carb. I'll let you guess in the comments right now what you think that change is going to be. And I'm just going to quickly tell you, in case you don't know me, my name is Samantha Rowland. I am the founder of Bites of Wellness. Bites of Wellness is your resource for getting a healthy dinner on the table in 30 minutes or less. Hopefully something even your kids will love. So there are tons of recipes just like this one. We've got lots of vegan recipes, some paleo recipes, Whole30 approved recipes. So you just go to bitesofwellness.com to check all of those out. I don't know if anybody guessed yet. Did we have some guesses? Yeah, you guys know me by now, right? So organic rice cauliflower is how we are taking some of the carbs out of this oatmeal. Great job, whoever guessed that. I'm using just the Trader Joe's brand. Whole Foods has it. Even if you just go to the freezer section of most grocery stores, you'll find a brand of it. So rice cauliflower is what you want to make. You can make it yourself as well, but I buy it in the bag because life is easy that way. We are going to microwave about 1.5 cups worth of that. You don't have to measure it, just whatever your normal bowl of oatmeal would look like. You're going to microwave that for 3 minutes, or you can steam it on the stove if you don't use the microwave. You should probably know how to steam your cauliflower at that point. So this has been microwaved. It's cooled slightly just so that I can handle the bowl. We are going to add to this. Now this is important. All of these things can change up based on whatever you love and whatever you eat. So if you're like, I don't eat chia seeds, don't add them. If you don't eat peanut butter and you eat almond butter instead, that's okay. You can still make this work for you. So we're going to do a teaspoon of chia seeds. Chia seeds add a ton of fiber, some good omega-3 fats, and they're also, the fiber in them is because they expand when they get in contact with liquid. So they help you feel full on less food. So with a low carb, you're not really filling up on like starchy carbs that day. So you really want to make sure you're filling up with good fibrous food. So we added that already to the microwave cauliflower. I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of peanut flour. So I'm just using the Jif brand. If you have a brand you love, I think there's like PB Slim and some other things. Whatever you love, I don't mind this. I was buying an organic brand, but I try to keep it without any sugar added. So check your labels. We're going to do 2 tablespoons of this. If you are paleo or you do not tolerate nuts, that's fine. You can just leave this out and you'll use slightly less milk in your recipe. So just a heads up there. So 2 tablespoons of that. We're going to go about 1 tablespoon in on the cocoa powder or raw cacao, whatever you love. So you want to make sure it's unsweetened. That is important. You don't want to add any extra sugar here because we're doing a low carb day. So right there. So fun fact, I'm a faster way to fat loss coach, and my ladies this week are in their prep week. And one of the things that they're learning is how to figure out if foods are low carb or high carb, and how to easily pair low carb foods with protein and fat. And this is a perfect meal for that because we've got lots of non-starchy vegetables, the cauliflower, a little bit of chia seeds to add a little bit of fiber to help them stay full. And then we've got lots of great ways to add protein and fat to this. So we're going to add protein my favorite way. You use whatever your favorite protein powder is. I'm going to use the Vega. It's 30 grams of protein for a scoop. I think it's pretty delicious. It's the Performance, but use whatever you love. If your protein powder is not sweetened, be ready to not love this. So this does get sweetened with stevia. So if you use an unsweetened protein powder, you are going to want to add some stevia or whatever your favorite sweetener is. Just a heads up. So a scoop of that. All right. Because those scoops are so big, I end up having to use an entire cup of liquid, sometimes even more, to my to all of this to make it more of that oatmeal consistency. But if you are not adding all of these ingredients, or you don't know if this is going to turn out to be the right consistency for you, I will highly suggest you start at a half of a cup to 3/4 of a cup, and then you add a tablespoon at a time until you get the right consistency for you. So I'm just gonna mix this up. I'm gonna say right now, if you have questions, I love answering your questions. If you don't have questions, but there's something that you want to start seeing me do here, whether it's certain types of recipes or more breakfast food or more lunch food or bring back the 5-minute meals, what do you want to see from me in the new year? Because you guys, I'm creating my content calendar right now for the next 3 months, and I want to create what you want to see. So you guys have to give me a little bit of knowledge on that so I know what I can create more of for you. So for me, this would be a healthy sweet snack and also an easy breakfast. As you can see, comes together super simply. You could very easily make this the night before and just put it in Tupperware, whatever you love. If you want to heat it up the next day, you could. As you can see now, this is like legit protein pudding consistent, or protein oatmeal consistency. If you wanted it to be a little bit more liquidy, add more liquid. If you're not using the exact ratio that I'm using, you may want to start with less, especially if you're using like a whey protein or a paleo protein. Less water, and then you can always add more. If you end up adding too much, add more chia seeds in, and that'll help absorb up some of that liquid. You do have to let them sit for just a tad bit. And then you guys, I'm going to give you a pro tip right now. Pro tip: you need to get a jar of nutso. If you haven't tried this stuff yet, it is game changing. So instead of just peanut butter, it's peanuts, Brazil nuts, hazelnuts, almonds, cashews, flax seeds, sunflower seeds, and a little bit of sea salt. So lots of different things in here. The taste is incredible. I'm going to throw this all over here. And if you're feeling a little decadent, you got room for the carbs, the chocolate power fuel is amazing, and it's also paleo. So there's no peanuts in this one, but very good. So I'm going to top this with my peanut butter, and you are good to go. I hope this was informative. Any questions?
Is Vega grain-free?
Vega is actually, so they do use pea, so the green pea. So if you consider peas a grain, then it's not grain-free. And if you don't consider peas a grain, everybody's got a different definition of that. Technically, it's not paleo. So for me, most people that do paleo or do grain-free are also paleo. So technically, it's not paleo. But if you don't mind the peas, they are pretty allergy friendly. So I would say that this is definitely something to try if you're not dogmatic about that kind of stuff. Any other questions?
Nope.
All right, guys. I hope that you try this. If you do, tag me on Instagram, bites_of_wellness. You can find me there. Lots of other recipes. And if you end up having leftover cauliflower rice, go to our website and type in our low-carb lasagna for another low-carb meal. So have a great day.